What is up, Marvel Universe fanatics? It's Ash Rock back with another review. This is going to be on the Marvel Universe Kraven. We've all been craving a mother-freaking new Spider-Man villain, and we finally got one. This is part of series number 4. He is number... What number are you, fool? Number 8. He's number 8. So let's look at the packaging super quick. There he is. Kind of looking chubby there. He put on some weight, definitely. It's got, of course, the comic card, which I took and burned immediately. And then Rocket Raccoon, never doubt a raccoon. Seriously? That's the best you guys can do? And then the other figures in the line. He is our first Spider-Man villain, guys, since the Electro variant. Really, since the Electro. We haven't had many Spider-Man villains. I'll get to that towards the end here. But nonetheless, a very, very welcomed addition. Now, before I start this, the contest ends on the 26th. It is September 19th, so it ends in, what is that, 7 days? Big ups to everybody that's put in a video so far. I hope to see a little bit more. Again, I got a lot of cool prizes. Hit me up if you have any questions. So here he is, Kraven. Now, we're going to start off with, of course, the paint apps. I mean, it speaks for itself. I don't even need to, I shouldn't even have to cover the paint apps, but I will anyways. Absolutely sickening, dude. Just amazing. Again, 3 3/4 inch figure, this much paint and detail. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. You know, that freaking, my herpes is acting up again. I don't have herpes, don't spread rumors. Anyways, it's just Chicago weather, it sucks. He has some awesome paint apps. The main theme is obviously brown throughout, but there's so much detail. Let's just start off, I guess, from the bottom up. So you got the darker brown boots there, coming up to his knee pads. He's got these skull knee pads, just awesome. But really quick, I want to show you guys something with the knee pads. There's those knee pads there, but then if you look at the box art, you see that? They're a little different. So you can compare and contrast there. You can see these are like a little more detailed. So I'm hoping they don't pump out a stupid ass knee pad variant. That would be the first of its kind if they did, and I'd probably buy it because I buy them all like an idiot. But different colors from the picture to what you see here. So I'm not sure what that is, if they changed their mind the last second to save money or something, but the one in the picture looks a lot better. But this is still pretty cool. The skulls are really nice. He's got the fur coming around them as well. And up to his belt buckle here, you can see there's more brown. Yeah, and it just comes all the way around. Just look at this thing, man. Look at the detail on it. So then, yeah, then we get up to his vest here. The vest is probably removable. I haven't really messed around with it. Oh, hey! Okay. All of a sudden, he's Kraven the stripper, not Kraven the hunter. But definitely awesome vest, though, man. I mean, look at that detail. You know, it looks like he freaking ripped apart a lion and kind of made it. And comes around here, and he's got the fur on the back. Just so well detailed, so well sculpted. Amazing stuff. He's got more detail here, as you can see, coming around his arm. He's got his look. I mean, look at all this, dude. It's just remarkable. Yeah. Again, I mean, I'm really blown away with this one here, man. We'll zoom in on the face a little bit, get you a better idea of the face. So there's the face. Definitely hasn't slept in a couple days. You can see that. He's got some bags under his eyes. Or maybe he's smoking that shit, you know. Pass it over here, Kraven, you greedy mother. Definitely came out really nice with the head sculpt, though. The goatee. I mean, look at that. I mean, there's not, you know, whenever I see goatees on a 3 3/4 inch figure, I usually get a little paranoid with facial hair because they do tend to mess them up a little bit. But you guys can see right here, man, there's not much, you know, there's not much fuck-uppery, I guess. Yeah, that's not even a word. But they didn't really fuck it up. The hair came out nice, real clean. He's got a good barber. So they did a really good job with the paint apps. In terms of his weapons and their paint apps, he's got the spear here, really nice. It's a simple brown, and then it's got these feather effect up here with the silver tint for the blade portion. So really nice, kind of plain, but still, I mean, it stands out when you pose him with it. And he's also got this knife here. So really, really nice with the knife. It's a metallic finish, but really, really pimped. So absolutely love it. The knife only fits in his left hand, and the spear can fit, I believe, in both hands. But the knife won't fit in this hand because he's got a looser hand here. So just a heads up on that. And he also comes with this necklace. The necklace, you can see it on here. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm gonna end up when I pose mine, I'm gonna end up taking it off. I'm not a big fan of it. But in order to get the necklace on, it actually comes out separate. So what you have to do is you have to pop off the head, put the necklace on, then put the head back on. But I'm not a big fan of it. It doesn't sit in there right. I've messed around with it a lot trying to get it down, but it doesn't really sit in there right unless somebody else has some recommendations for it. But I'm not a big fan of the necklace. It's really, really dull as well. It would have been cool if you had like a necklace with like some skulls on it or something, you know, a different effect. That would have been pretty neat. But nonetheless, guys, paint apps, you already know, 5 out of 5. Awesome, awesome job. I mean, they just killed it with the paint apps. Now, speaking of killing or non-killing, we're going to talk about the articulation. They are using an older mold. This is still a pretty decent mold for the time it came out. Nowadays, I don't approve of it. I really don't. Especially when we got these newer molds that are out. I do not approve of this older mold at all. So you got the ball joint hinge up here. You got an upper bicep, single jointed elbows, wrist rotates. He's got the hinge over here on the leg, double jointed knees, foot rotates all the way around. He's got the ab crunch. Does he have waist articulation? I can't really tell. No, he does not. Or does he? Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I should have came a little more prepared. Nope, I don't see any waist articulation, unless it's really, really tightened up. And then he's got just the ball joint on the head. So for articulation, I'm going to give him a 4 out of 5. I wish they would have gave him the newer mold. He deserves the newer mold, being our first freaking Spider-Man character, villain, and God knows how long. It's kind of a shame, but it is what it is. With that in mind, the final score will be a 5 out of 5. Regardless, I'm willing to look past the articulation a little bit just because of the paint apps. I mean, the paint on this figure, again, a 3 3/4 inch figure with this much detail. Go find me a G.I. Joe or a freaking Star Wars figure with this much detail. All right, you can't do it. It's just amazing how much work they put into this one little figure here, man. Probably months and months of work, and you know, it's just amazing, man. It's so cool, dude. So I highly recommend it if you guys find them. These figures are out now. People are seeing them more and more. Hopefully, you know, don't pay an arm and leg for them, please. They are these 2 waves that just came out, by the way, are also coming out in a lot of a couple of revision series. So you're gonna see a bunch of this stuff in the stores soon. So be patient. Don't go paying $20, $30 for a figure that you can get for $9 or $10. Just don't do it, please. Now, back to my rant about Spider-Man villains. So, you know, I was talking to Slings of Web a couple days ago. We were chatting for a while. Man. You know, and I wanted to let him go, but he just kept fucking talking. I'm like, dude, stop talking. You know, no, I'm just kidding. But no, we were talking for a while, man. We were kind of talking about the Spider-Man villains and the MU line, and you know, up to this point, since Marvel Universe has been out, I believe it's almost 4 years now. There hasn't been many Spider-Man villains yet. There's been literally, from what I can remember, and this is what I was talking to him about, I said there's probably about 20 to 25 Spider-Man figures that have come out. Different variations, different costumes, different, you know, you got 3-packs, you got 2-packs, you got 5-packs. I mean, there's a lot of Spider-Mans out there. I mean, you got the Spider-Man line, you got the movie line, there's been so many Spider-Man figures, but yet, in terms of the Marvel Universe, they haven't given us many Spider-Man villains. I mean, up to this point, we've gotten Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, Electro, and this guy, I believe. That's it, right? Yeah, that's it. So if you know, then you get a Mary Jane figure. She's not really a villain, and she's a terrible fucking figure. But it just doesn't make sense to me. You would think Spider-Man, one of your most marketable, if not your best-selling character in Marvel history, can't get some more villains. You know, the only other option you had was to go to the Spider-Man line, which we all know does not have the best figures. And that's where you can get your Venom, your Carnage, your Rhino, your Doc Ock, your Lizard and Shocker, and all those figures I just named. They're not that great. They're actually pretty terrible. Articulation's not good on them, and so I don't know if it was like some politicking going on behind the scenes or something, but absolutely disappointed in the fact that they couldn't pump out more Spider-Man villains in these 4 years. To me, it makes no sense. It just doesn't, because a lot of those villains deserve good articulation, better paint apps. I mean, Carnage, Venom, Doc Ock, just to name a few, deserve the Marvel Universe treatment, I guess. Instead they got this bullshit treatment through that other line. However, there is a little bit of optimism. There's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. We do have a Mysterio coming out. I believe he's scheduled for first or second quarter of next year, along with a single-carded Rhino. And if you guys haven't seen pictures of this, just Google it, Marvel Universe Mysterio and Marvel Universe Rhino. A bunch of websites will probably come up, and you can check those things out. Absolutely awesome. I'm looking forward to it big time. But again, shame on you, Hasbro, for not giving us some more Spider-Man villains that we so need and desire, and we've been craving. You see what I did there? Because he's Kraven, and then whatever, fuck yourselves. Anyways, the next review will be a surprise. I'm not going to tell you guys. Stay tuned for the next review, alright? You guys have a good one. Peace.
That's crispy.